What a great conversation I had with my new friend, Will Stowe. What a wonderful organization he has that's providing incredible resources and food to families throughout North Georgia. I cannot wait for you to hear from my friend Will. Welcome to Market Mavericks. I'm Matthew Eford. Join me as I speak with leaders who are redefining industries in every corner of the market. From startups to established businesses, we'll uncover the strategies, challenges, and insights that drive success. Get ready to be inspired by the Mavericks who are shaping the future of business. Welcome, everybody, to the Pillars of Purpose podcast. I'm your host, Matthew Eford. This podcast is powered by Lighting Pros, and I'm so excited to have my friend here with me, Will Stowe, a belief builder, somebody that's going to help build our belief. He's got a really cool organization. We've got a mutual friend that I'm so glad that Justin reconnected us. We met a couple of years ago, and I'm really excited about your book, but also about this organization that you have. So those who may not know us know you. Will, if you're come on, introduce yourself and share a little bit about your organization.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, as he said, I am William Stowe. First and foremost, I'm a believer. I'm a follower of Jesus Christ, and
Amen.
absolutely. I'm a husband to a beautiful wife. Her name is Daniela, and we have three wonderful, handsome young men of God. So we are happy parents.
Congratulations. What are
Yes,
the ages of your kids?
Yeah, we have a 7-year-old, one that's about to be 5. When this podcast released, he will be 5,
Okay.
and a 2-year-old coming up
Nice.
on 2.
Nice.
He might
Yeah.
as well be there.
I hear you, man. We're 8, 5, and 3 at home. So yeah,
Well, there you go.
dude, we're in the thick of it. All boys. It is chaotic. So
Yeah,
so Will, you recently wrote a book.
I
I
did.
would love for you to tell us about your book to be able to
Yeah,
help our audience hear about it.
absolutely. So the book title is called This is the Whole Point, and it's part of a living catalog, which there's a website for that. It's a journeyofthesoul.net. And the book is really it's not my personal story, but it is the fact that every soul is the main character of every
Okay.
single individual's life. And it just takes the person through a logical train of thought of why we should depend on God, why he exists, and kind of what that means for us in our day-to-day life.
Wow. I love
Yeah.
that. Yeah, that's
No,
so
thank
cool.
you. Yeah. It was a pleasure to write, and I'm happy to have it out. And we're having our launch party, I guess you would call it, here coming up at a coffee shop in Gainesville. We're excited about that.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Well,
No,
I look
thank you.
forward to hearing how that goes, and I look forward to being able to support the book too. So, Will, how did you come to faith? What was your faith journey like?
Yeah, without trying to get too emotional, I was raised in a Christian home, going to church on Sundays. I understood it was important. I was raised by my grandparents 98% of the time.
Okay.
And when I lost my grandmother, who was like my mother to me at the age in my very, very early 20s, I felt robbed, and I kind of slowly abandoned my faith at that point. And I didn't realize I was doing it, but I was testing my morality. Why did everything I was raised in matter? Why was good good? Why did I get told this was good and why is bad bad? And once I tested it out for myself, about 28 years old, I pleaded to the Lord for help. And I had cried that prayer many times over a course of maybe 5 years. And one night I had a heart posture of surrender,
Okay.
and I felt free after that moment. I didn't just feel free, actually. I felt like I was giving the tools to process and live a new life, and a free man.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing,
That's
brother.
that was my story of how I kind of came back to the Lord, I guess.
I love that. And so, how
Yeah.
long have you been back walking with the Lord now?
Yeah, it's about 6 years now.
Wow.
About 6 years. And it's a little different than I thought. You know what? I don't even know that'll be part of the
That's
podcast where I
okay.
say we cut it out.
That's okay, man. That's okay. So what? Let me ask you this, Will.
Yeah.
When you look at your life as a believer, that you kind of rekindled this relationship with the Lord in your late 20s, you're already a husband, you're
Yeah.
already a dad.
Yes.
Tell me about the transformation for you as in those two categories. Can you go back to like, I mean, you're trying to be a good person, but obviously a personal relationship with Jesus Christ, like he changed everything. And
Right, right.
can you take us back to looking back over the last 6 years of walking with the Lord? What has stood out to you as you've matured and grown as a dad, as a husband? What have you seen?
Right. So one thing that I was quick to realize is prior to, I'll use that 28-year-old mark of coming to be a believer again. Um, I was really unaware of the fact that humans do not like taking accountability for their actions. We see it in the Garden of Eden right off the bat. What
Yeah,
have you done? Adam points to Eve, Eve points to someone else.
yeah,
No one wants to say, this is what I did. And I come to find that my marriage and me being a father works a whole lot better. And I'm better at everything I do in life if I could just take accountability for what I'm doing,
yeah.
visualize it, judge it, and see if it is the right thing I should be doing. Um, Something, of course, that Jesus came to show us is that we are meant to be servants. And that is exactly how I live my life. I am a servant to my son. I am a servant to my wife. And I live to be the best I can be for them, ensuring they are going to be the best they can be.
I love that. What what
Yeah,
what a, what a cool heart posture, right? We talk about this a lot on the show. Like our perspective matters so much, right? That we say around our organization, focus dictates direction. Like it determines the direction that we're going, and what you're
absolutely.
choosing to focus on is determining the way that you're interacting with your sons as a dad, with your bride as a husband, and obviously your organization. So we kind of just tweaked the idea out there to say like you've got an organization. Tell
Mhm.
us tell us what that is. You're super excited about it. We're excited
I
to
am.
get you connected to people. Tell me more about it.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's called the Chicken Box.
Okay.
And my family has a deep root in the chicken industry in Georgia.
Okay.
On our website, chickenbox.org, we do share that little bit. It starts with our grandfather, actually, our great grandfather, but I never got to shake his hand. I
Okay.
did shake, of course, my grandfather's hand who raised me. And he was Jesse Jules' first contracted poultry grower. So he was
Wow.
growing the chickens
That's
off the bat,
amazing.
first guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. He got to stand side by side with many of the corporate giants. And so one of my family members and I, after my grandfather passed 2 years ago, we slowly began to reflect on his legacy and something that stood out to us. We shook so many hands of people that had such a gratitude to have interacted with our grandfather, Bill Stowe. So many testimonials saying that their life turned for the better after he saw something in them, after he presented opportunity. People who have gone on to be business owners that thank him tremendously. And he had such a servant's heart. What he taught me on purpose is, I mean, it sticks with me till this day. Um, but we wanted to challenge ourselves because we knew he had a great footprint in this community.
Okay.
He had the heart that said, we're not just running chicken, we're putting food on tables. And that's exactly what we wanted to do. We wanted to take that aspect of we're not just getting chicken. We're helping people and being part of that story.
Yeah.
So we
I
launched
love that
something called
perspective.
the yeah, we launched something called the Chicken Box. And that Chicken Box is a community driven initiative where we are focused on feeding the hungry and alleviating hunger.
Okay.
So we allow, instead of businesses, which it is open to businesses, but we allow the daily giver to to have the ability to set up a contribution through our website. And that
Okay.
contribution is a $17 reoccurring charge. And that means every month we take that and we purchase a box of chicken that's 10 pounds, feeds up to 65 meals, and we give it to a family in need.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's,
That
it's
that
been a really cool thing that's come together.
that is so let's just go back to like
Yeah,
okay, there's so many issues around food scarcity in some places, right? That there's
absolutely.
abundance and then there's scarcity, and then the quality of food is a huge
Mhm.
issue. The more that you actually dig into it, it's like okay, somebody's on SNAP benefits or whatever it may be, and what they're able to buy on that is ultra processed, not calorie dense food, not sustainable, not healthy. And so you have this ability to provide protein at an
Absolutely.
unbelievable cost, right?
Yes.
$17 for
Yeah.
65 minutes. That's unbelievable. So
No, yeah.
so tell me how it works. So somebody's listening to this and they say, "Well, I'm on board. Like yeah, I can donate. That's great, but also I want to be more involved because I want to help my neighbor. I want to help our local. Are these feeding families in Georgia? Are we feeding families around the country, around the world? Where's this food going to first off?
Absolutely. So this is a North Georgia region as of right now. We've
Okay,
only been launched for 5 months here.
nice. Yeah.
And yeah, it's been great. And so what we've done so far is we've partnered with what we call partnership pushes. And so
Okay.
we will partner with businesses, organizations, or individuals with influence that are willing to be an advocate for the cause, get people to sign up, and then they help us host chicken drives throughout the year.
Okay.
So this is not just if a ministry, which we've sat down with a couple, if they decide to get their members involved and push it on their screens, in return, throughout the year, they can host chicken drives. They can invite their members to come and
Sure.
volunteer during those drives.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Sure.
Um, and that's something I'm really passionate and excited about. We could post up randomly and we could post it on our Instagram page that, hey, we're going to be at the park, and we do plan on doing those events. But to partner with different organizations in the community that have a hunger to make a difference, I feel a connection there. I think that's our real niche of an avenue.
I love that. And so you have a business and now
Yes.
you have a nonprofit, right? You have this ministry opportunity that you're going out. What is take us put your business hat on for a second. Like what has
Yeah.
that process been like for you?
Well, it was one, of course, time consuming and a lot of fun. I think the launching stages, I've talked with many business owners, is such a fun thing to do where you're dreaming, you're creating logos, then you get into some paperwork, getting approved, getting denied, figuring out all those things. And as long as, like you said earlier, your perspective and heart posture is so important. If this was just some idea that I didn't care about, I would have gave up in month one. I
Sure.
would have said, I got denied. I don't want to figure this out. But no, I know we have an avenue to help people, and that's what kept us going to fix out all the niches and notches and get it tightened. And so to see the outcome we envisioned kept the fuel inside of us.
Sure.
And so that was definitely, I guess, the hard part was getting through all the paperwork multiple times.
Yeah, sure.
And yeah, that was interesting.
And so when you look at the chicken itself, right? This is not
Mhm.
like subpar chicken. This is not expired chicken. Like this is quality chicken, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. So let's say because of our connections into the poultry industry from my grandfather's history, we know a few owners, and as they're running a product, we're in a sense just tagging along on the back of that end. So that
Cool.
makes what we do possible. So that same box of chicken, if you were to purchase it in stores, would be upwards of $40. But
Wow.
because of this, and it wouldn't work if you were trying to sell chicken and make become
Sure.
a
Yeah,
millionaire, right?
sure. Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
because
sure.
of what we're doing, it works where we can do this for 17, and it's beautiful.
That's amazing. So somebody can go on your website. Remind us your
Mhm.
website again.
Yeah, chickenbox.org.
So they can go on chickenbox.org and they can
Yes.
sign up. Talk us through that process. Like they put a
Yeah.
credit card on file. How does that work?
Yeah. So you will see on the near the front page an orange button that says contribute. And as soon as you click that, it will take you to a page that has some different options if you want to support one, two, three different families,
Okay.
which of course those aren't specific families. Those are boxes going to anyone who
Sure.
lines up. And they would then put in their credit card information, and it would be a reoccurring charge every month from
Okay.
that point. We would love for them to adventure through the rest of the website, see our history, see the other drives we've done. But if they're just looking to jump right into it, the contribute button is right there, first thing you see.
That's fantastic. So they contribute, money goes in the organization.
Yes.
Then what does it look like for someone that you're serving to get chicken? What does that look like?
So on the receiving end, that is where it depends on who we're partnering with. So we've done radio shout outs when it was near our Christmas drive, making sure
Okay.
everyone knew we were going to be handing out thousands of pounds of chicken down in Lake Hartwell. We were
Okay.
so thankful to partner with them on that Chevy down there. Now, sometimes when it's up to the person hosting the chicken drive, the business, they may want to promote it within their own organization, and
Sure.
the word of mouth gets there. And then, of course, there's flyers. We're always going to post it on our website, um, and then the radio. So it's word of mouth every time. Anyone that would want to keep a following, and we were actually just discussing this with another pastor recently, as he has a pantry that his church puts forward, is making sure, or the idea of, when people are coming, getting their emails and sending a prompt to maybe consistent families that would like to be prompted, where we're going to be, when that's going to be, and just kind of monitoring how many people are. It shows the impact we're making. Is
Sure.
this just a one hit? Yeah, or are they? Is it a reoccurring family? Because then it becomes a little more intimate what we're doing.
Sure. And so when I go on and I set up a recurring payment, like when are those boxes getting delivered to families? Is it
Yeah.
just at these drives and you're just bringing additional resources by additional people that are contributing, or is it all year round when you're not doing drives, people are still getting boxes every month?
So they're definitely getting boxes every month. Now, when I say the chicken drives, um, let's say a church has signed up, or a business, to be a partner. And that means they've used their influence to help get people signed up for monthly contributions.
Sure.
That business front may have never themselves donated a dollar, but because they help be an advocate, they get to host the chicken drive that month. So, yes, the other monthly contributors, that is where their chicken is going as well.
Gotcha.
Now, once we hit
Gotcha.
a certain number, we will be doing separate chicken drives,
Sure.
same day, same
Yeah, sure.
times.
Sure, sure. And so then the business is the one that helps promote it in the community. The local
Yes.
partners are helping, the churches, the radio that's helping get the word out that, hey, if you're a
Yes.
family in need, you can come get. And is there any cost to the family when they come do get the chicken, or is it completely free?
Completely free, as it should
Wow.
be.
Wow.
Everything taken care of by the donor, and all the contracts we have set up with
Wow.
people. Yes.
That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. So in the 5 months, what does an average chicken drive look like? Is it a couple of people? Is it 100 people? Like what does that look like?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have done the drive-through many times, and we'd like to adventure out of that. It's been here. I would like to grow past the ceiling of 300 families. It's been
Wow.
300 families. Yeah,
That's
it's
still
been
amazing, man. That
it is
300 families is
phenomenal.
amazing.
It is, and I, for the smoothness of it all, I would like to host maybe two separate 300s in a month.
Okay.
But at some point, I just know we're going to be hitting, 600 here, 600 there, same
Yeah.
month.
Yeah.
And we're prepared to deal with that as it comes. But what does a chicken drive look like today? It looks like the host could help decide, do they want to do 100, 300? How much influence do you have? How many people do you think are going to come through here? And they get to at least up to 300 host a drive at their business or front,
Wow.
anywhere that may be. Yeah.
That's amazing. That's so cool. So as a believer, right,
Yes.
you're helping be the hands and feet, you're taking care of the least of these. But is there any other way that you've infused faith into this organization as the way that you're ministering to these people? Is there a way that you follow up with them in the when they get the chicken there or post getting the chicken? What does that look like?
So, what has been done and what we want to encourage people to do, we as a separate organization have not, to the individual receiver, but when we partner with a church, we definitely encourage them having that flyer on the front. Come to church here on Sunday. We love you. Maybe a Bible verse on top of that. We we definitely want people to know that they should be going to church. I don't necessarily want to funnel them, because then it
Sure.
can get kind of, and that's
Yeah,
just being
sure.
honest, it could be
Yeah.
messy as we're
Sure.
partnering with different
Sure.
organizations. But Jesus is definitely the message.
Yeah.
in
Cool.
every box given.
I love that. That's really cool. So, what is, just to be clear for our audience, right? Our audience
Yeah.
is all over the world, but for those specifically here in Georgia right now,
hmm
or somebody maybe in the Southeast that's wanting to as you expand, that there's interest in helping this expand into other states around the Southeast.
Yeah.
What is the ask of our audience? How can they get involved? How can they get connected? What's the most helpful thing for them to do? What's the best next step?
Yeah. To be an advocate, and I know, and that's kind of where I've had to wrap my mind around a lot too. I'm very hands-on with. I served at the church for many years. After having children, we kind of slowed down, but I always wanted to get knees deep in the serving, and it took a lot for me here to realize a lot of what I'm doing right now is phone calls and being an advocate myself for the cause.
Sure.
And so, in all honesty and transparency, where we are right now, that is the biggest help we could do.
Okay.
Is getting the word out. Now, for anyone in the area that would like to volunteer at a chicken drive, we would love for you to follow us at our Instagram page, which is "Giving is Contagious," which is our slogan.
I love that.
Yeah, yeah. And through there, you would be able to essentially see when we're doing our next drive, what's
Okay.
going on. I understand that some organizations may want their own members, but if there's anything we're doing that's completely open to the public, we're definitely going to need hands. And
Yeah,
we would love
cool.
that.
I love that, man.
Yeah.
That's so good. I'll make sure all the contact information is
Thank you.
in here. Thank you, brother, for the way that you're leading your family, for the way that you're leading as a dad, and specifically with providing.
Mm,
I mean, it's just what a cool way for us to help the least of these people that have fallen on hard
yeah,
times, people that are struggling. That this is a way that we can tangibly be the hands and feet of Jesus for $17 a
absolutely.
month. It is not that expensive, right? And we can make a tremendous impact in their family. I love it.
No, absolutely. That's been my own sons who've come out to the chicken drives asking, "Hey, when are we going to do that again?"
I love it.
That's It's been powerful. And then of course, as you brought up scripture, just if Jesus fed the multitudes, then why can't we? Especially if we're meant to be the body, then the body should join together in a combined effort, and let's get it done.
Amen.
So,
I
yeah,
love it, brother.
absolutely.
Well, Will, thank you. All the stuff will be in the show notes. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today on Belief Builders. We'll see you soon. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Market Mavericks. We hope you're walking away inspired and ready to take your own adventure to the next level. Don't forget to follow the show to keep up with our latest episodes. And if you enjoyed today's conversation, make sure to subscribe, share it with others who could benefit. And hey, if you know a market maverick who has a story that needs to be heard, please drop their name in the comments. We would love to bring their insights to the show. Until next time, keep pushing boundaries and leading with purpose.